We are here in China for MRA round 2. We've got quite a few drivers making their racing debut. We'll go right through real quick. In terms of the first race, Skedvard will be making his debut, driving for the Williams team. OMG, it's Ryan, aka Grace. We will call her Grace, the only female driver in our league. And Blizzard will also be making his debut today. Brakes good here, about the 100-meter board as Bratton does into the tight right, opens up into turn 15, and then heading into turn 16, as we mentioned. Don't invalidate your lap here. That might have been invalidated. I'm not sure if strict corner cutting is on. No, it is good. It is a 131.7. At a time, Callum's going to come through here. It's looking good, but it's going to be P2, just 1/10 slower than Alex. I actually predicted Alex to win this race. But we've got some really competitive times. Only 1 second is the current difference between P1 and P6. EU Drip puts in a 133.3 to put himself into 9th place. See what happens here. It's going to be a left-hander, and he's got it good. This is going to be a 130, and it is. It's a 130.5, and that's all. But that was definitely a very, very close qualifying. The top 6 made up of just 1 second. So yeah, AlphaTauri and Aston Martin in your first row, a Haas AlphaTauri second row, Aston Martin Alfa Romeo third row, Haas Red Bull fourth row, Williams Ferrari fifth row, Ferrari Mercedes sixth row, and Alfa Romeo Alpine seventh row. And it's lights out and away we go. Alex gets the better start off of Callum at the beginning. We already have drivers going out. That's a front wing lost by someone. It's not Will. Alex takes the lead into turn 1. The Haas driver and Lockheed are side by side, and there might have been some damage there. There went Lockheed. He went on the outside. Looks like he got the worst of that, as one driver goes wide on the outside there. Alex keeps the lead through P1. Baraton has moved himself up into P3. Glizzy into P4. Jacob P5. And it did look like Lockheed lost out quite a bit there. Grayson Intex into the points positions. Heading into turn 4 at the end of the first sector. Baraton might try the inside here on Callum. Maybe potentially, who knows. No DNF so far through the first turn. That is good there, as we've got single file. Looks like we maybe might have some action going on in the back there. Some drivers have already lost out on a few positions, and some people have gained on a few positions. That's a crash by someone. That's Jacob and Tuna. 5-second penalty for Jacob and Tuna. Contact there. Is there going to be a safety car? 10-second penalty for Tuna-tastic. He's lost his front wing. That's going to have to go into the steward's room there. Not sure what happened. Skedvard might have made contact. There's more contact with Jacob and Skedvard. He got the bad end of that. So much happening there in the back, but we're now on the straight. Let's go to the back of Callum and Baraton. They could make something work here down the long straight. It's been a hectic first lap. We'll have a lot of people going into the pits. No one's going to dive bomb here. Smart decisions. Baraton right on the end of Callum, potentially trying to make himself into that P2 position. We've had quite an eventful first lap, I will tell you that. How many drivers are going to go into the pits? Tuna's going into the pits. That is expected. Who else is going to go into the pits? Jacob's going to go into the pits. That moves up a lot of different guys. DRS is now enabled. Doesn't make sense. It should be lap 2, but okay. As Alex keeps his lead so far. Don't worry about the scoreboard there on the left side. It is messed up at the current moment, but Baran has moved into P2. He has passed Callum. Callum having a bit of a struggle here in the rain. Oh no, that's Awesome Dude. Awesome Dude is out of this race. Awesome Dude crashed in Sector 1, and we have ourselves a safety car. 4 now. Alex has kept his lead. A 1 second difference between first and third right now, as we are keeping up with this battle. It's really close. The next closest battle is probably Grace and Glizzy for that P6 position. Baraton might have tried the inside while all this is happening. Callum is just happy. Alex is taking the wide angle. No, that's not going to work for Alex. Alex has lost that P1 position as Baraton has moved into the lead. And Alex 6/10 apart from each other. Looks like Ryan and Glizzy might be the closest battle. Glizzy's gone off the track. That's going to promote Grace into P5. What has happened to Alex? Alex is struggling in this rain here. We might see the intermediate tire at some point. I'm not sure if anybody else is on the intermediate tire, as we have close battles with Glizzy and Ryan. Oh no, and look, oh, Lockheed got caught up in there. Oh no, that's gonna bring out a safety car. Lockheed is out of this race. Grace spun out. Lockheed was the unfortunate byfactor of that. Bratton's gonna lead the safety car restart. There's gonna be a fairly long straight for driver Callum and EU Drip. Don't be surprised if we see someone dive in the inside. We're gonna get going here. Quite a few drivers going to the pits actually, and we're back to green. Baraton leads us through. Great safety car restart. EU Drip, did he move up? No, he did not. Alex on the inside of EU Drip. Is he gonna be able to keep it here? They're side by side. On the outside. Who's gonna have the lead for the podium position? It's gonna be Alex. Alex has got the move done on EU Drip there. As we'll see some DRS now. Let's go down the straight. No DRS. Glizzy Season looks to have damage. Trying to squeeze Jacob Tuna's a bit faster than everyone else here. What is gonna happen? Jacob on the inside, Tuna on the outside on the hard tire. Locks up. Jacob is locked up as well. Down the inside goes Callum. Brandon is ghosted. Oh no, he's left the session. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's really unfortunate. He was having such a great race. We do have a safety car, so Brandon does have a chance. Oh, is that contact under safety car? Oh, it looks like Alex is okay though. He didn't get a penalty for that. We're gonna get going here. Tunatastic is gonna lead us through the safety car. We'll see. Oh, incident under safety car. That's Glizzy Season. I don't know what happened there. EU Drip got a penalty. Oh, that's definitely gonna be in the steward's room as we get going yet again. Too wide. There goes Brian on the outside. Brian's gonna go down the inside. Tunatastic has the lead for now. 3 wide between these drivers in the back. Alex is going to try up the inside of Baratin. It's going to be close for P3, but Alex is going to have that yellow flexible. Trying to avoid wing damage through here. Trying to avoid any penalties. He's got to go down the outside, and it's going to work. Will he be able to keep that position, though? It's going to be close. Oh, but Bratton looks like he's got it there. With Blizzard, but here comes Tunatastic. Is he going to try the inside? Oh, that's a good move there. Oh, but he loses a bit of traction, but he's got the move done. Into P2 goes Tunatastic. And once again, a safety car could potentially change this race for these drivers. Alex, he's going to go down the inside on the hard tire. He's got past Baran fairly easily there. Will Baran go down the inside? No, he will not. And that is Alex. Up into P3, but he only has to sacrifice 5 more laps on that tire. You can see just how slippery that is, how much more grip Alex has. Downhill into the left-hander. And Alex is going to get this position eventually. It is just a matter of when and where and if that is revoked or added on. We'll have to see. So the results are not final as Alex gets through past Tunatastic. You had to expect that was going to happen. But maybe a smart move by Tunatastic because he's going to get DRS now. Through turn 16, Callum has won the race yet again. Congratulations to Callum. Alex brings it home in P2. And he will stay in P2, 2.4 seconds behind Callum. Tunatastic had 10 seconds worth of penalties, but he finished 20 seconds ahead of Baratin. So it's going to be a debut podium, or a first podium, and the fastest lap. He steals the fastest lap away from Baratin. P3 and a second fastest lap. It'll be back-to-back races with fastest lap for Tunatastic unless Baratin takes it away. Skedvard will get P5, Grace P6, Eudra P7. Is Bratton going to take that fastest lap point away? No, he will not, so that goes to Tunatastic again. So Tuna will get 16 points. And that is the end of this action-packed race. 7 drivers will finish. And we're going to get driver interviews here right after this race has ended. So I will be back in just a few moments. All right, we are here with the podium drivers. So first off, we'll talk to Tunatastic. It's going to be a P3 for you. You had a 10-second time penalty, but you nailed the strategy today. How would you rate your race 1 to 10 here?
As opposed to my performance, I'd say maybe an 8. But how things went, probably like a 4, because I tried going on the inters on like lap 1 or 2, and it put me on the mediums for some reason. So that put me down, but then there was a safety car. And obviously at the start I got that 10 seconds, which I don't think I agree. I don't think I need that, but at the end of the day, I still would have got P3. So
when going through the race, a bit confused when you decided to go onto the soft tire, but you did set the fastest lap. That gives you back-to-back races with fastest lap. What was your idea behind that?
I thought that Alex, he would have been too far down the road, so I thought I might as well. I had a buffer behind, so.
And how would you rate the battles you had with the top 3? Because the top 3 was, and even top 4 was very close the entire race. We saw a lot of side-by-side racing, especially through turn 1 and turn 2. Like, how close was it actually, really?
Yeah, it was intense. I obviously don't want to ruin anyone's race, and I think I almost took out Alex at one point to turn 6, but luckily I didn't. Yeah, it was nice and close. It's what you want to see, really, some close battling.
All right, well, that's P3, and that's 16 points with the fastest lap, and double points for the Haas team. So thanks for joining us today. And now we'll go into P2. Alex, your first podium in the MRA season. Pretty good race, but you look like you struggled in the rain there a little bit. How was that going?
I don't know. Every time I went to rain, I kept locking up. Well, not locking up, but hitting the grass and just drifting off, really. That's really it.
I naturally have to ask this, but do you think you could have won this race if Callum was kept behind, because he was in P3 for quite a little bit?
I reckon I could have won this race for maybe gone down mediums, but because if Callum with that 3-second time penalty, I would have probably been able to keep up.
Yeah, and through like the final 5 or 6 laps, I'm sure you were aware of the penalty that Callum had. Were you trying your hardest to gain that time, or were you just trying to keep it safe and not spin out and keep your P2?
I'm more just keep it safe for the first podium, really.
Yeah. Any extra comments you have to add about the racing? Did you have good racing with the other drivers, kept it clean and such, or was it not much?
Well, my start, that was great, just to jump Callum straight to P1. The battle with Tuna were great. Well, I say great. He sort of lost me a couple of seconds, but I'm not too bothered. And that's really it.
Alright, well, that's P2 for you and the Aston Martin team. 18 points, but not the fastest lap, but a pretty good race. Showed a lot of good speed, so congratulations on that one there. Let's head to the winning driver, Callum. It's back-to-back races, 25 points. How happy are you about that?
Lovely. I'm not going to say that, but Lockheed saved me a bit with doing my strategy, but otherwise we knew everyone was going to come in under the safety car, and mediums was the choice, and I saw Alex on the hards, so I had to make a nice gap quickly.
Yeah, I asked Alex kind of the same question. Obviously, you were aware of your 3-second time penalty, so did you think Alex would ever be able to catch up, or were you just kind of keeping it safe as well, assuming you'd be able to keep the lead?
At the start, I knew straight away get past Tuna, and I managed it in about 2 laps. But then I knew that well, we knew that Alex and Tuna would both be having a battle, which might save me a bit of time. I made a good gap quickly. I got away. I was setting quickest laps, and then well, they had their fight, and I realised I went from 5 seconds in front to 7. So I think I was saved a little bit by their battles, but the strategy paid off in the end, and I managed to keep the win, keep first place.
Are we making it 3 for 3 next week? Is France a good track for you?
It's alright. If you want to see me spin a few times, it's a good track, but
Yeah,
otherwise, it's not a bad track. Not a bad track.
That was my next question, because we've seen pretty much every driver have a spin-off throughout the first 3 races or something like that, but you've kept it clean. How are you managing to do that in this league?
Just stay away from everyone. No, honestly, I'm just trying to keep it on myself. Like at the start of this race, I had awful wheel spin. I just couldn't get off the line, and I got jumped by both drivers. And I knew that, obviously, just give the space. The wet with the softs did not feel good at all, and I was like, no, I'm too slow. So I backed off. I just make sure I know when I should go for something, and I know when I shouldn't. And that's what keeps me in the race with no damage. So I know when to push, I know when to, I got a 3-second penalty by mistake, but otherwise I know when to push, I know when to not dive bomb anyone, I know when to be good. So that's why I think I keep my car on the road all the time.
All right, well, that's 52 points on the year with your 2 P1s and both the qualifying points. Still no fastest lap, but obviously it's working out for you to not get that fastest lap. So good luck to you in France.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, and that's the end of this. We have nothing else to talk about. We will see you next week in France. Same time, 2:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 in the UK. And it should be a good one. We'll have quite a few drivers yet again, and I will go through the standings when that happens, because there could be a switch up in the standings. Who knows? So thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.